I was supposed to have made this video for like the past week now. I've been putting it off because, some days I feel like I can do it. Most of this past week, I really just didn't feel like even trying to put on clothes. I just been down. I just been listening to a lot of books and just getting lost in the fantasy, escape my own reality of things. Because this is not where I thought I'd be ever in my life. And the fact that I'm here is just really, it's just really something. So, anyways, I wanted to go ahead and give you guys a little update on my life and what's going on. So, if you don't know me, I'm Blackout. This is my channel, Being Blackout. I am a deafblind woman. I've recently blind the past few years, and I'm trying to adapt to that. And I've been hard of hearing / deaf all of my life. I grew up that way, but it was never really too much of a hindrance until I went blind, and I was hit with that double whammy, which is not a fun thing to do. Quick question: Would you rather wake up or just suddenly go blind, like you're just doing normal everyday life and then suddenly you're blind, or you just wake up from your sleep and you can't see anything and you don't know what's going on? Or would you rather slowly, gradually go blind over the course of a year or two? Which one would you choose? My mom told me of someone that she nannied for like a year ago, and he went blind suddenly, and I didn't go blind suddenly. He went blind suddenly. He was at the dentist, and he suddenly just went blind. And I was like, that is so scary. Like, I was scared going blind myself. But I was like, would I rather? Because I used to think I'd rather go blind just gradually. It's less cruel, get it over with, rip off the Band-Aid, because I went blind gradually. So, like, every month or every few months, my vision just, like, once I get adapted to my vision being at a certain level, I'm like, okay, God, please don't let it go more than this. Like, okay, I got this, and I adapt to that. I'm like, okay, that's not that bad. And then boom, I gotta grieve it again because I lost even more, and it's scary. And you gotta keep going through that process all the way until your vision's completely gone, and you're just like, well, this is what it is now. I don't like it, but this is what it is. I don't cry about it anymore. So I just want to ask that quick question. Would you rather go blind just overnight, like suddenly you don't know what happened, or gradually go blind and lose your sight and have to grieve your blindness over and over again after you finally adapt to it, and then you're like, okay, I can do this. This is going to be, and then you got to go through it again. Boom, it's gone. Now you're crying, and you're losing it slowly. So that was just a quick question. Anyways, I'm Blackout. Welcome to Being Blackout, where we hear no evil, see no evil, and speak no evil. Um, I want to come on here and give you guys an update on my life. I've been putting this video off for the past week because simply I just wasn't feeling well. I'm not like sick, but it's just like I just been really down and out because my situation is kind of grave, very scary. Really still don't know what to do. I'm really leaning on faith, and then some days you're up and you're like, God, okay, I can do it. I'm trusting you. I'm asking for help, and then other days it's like, God, I'm trusting you, but I don't know what's going to happen. I'm asking for help. It's just not enough. People are helping me here and there, and I really appreciate those people. Even if you send me $10 and stuff, it's just, I'm like, I just need more people to help, and it's just, and then other days it's like, it's okay if I don't, because this ain't my first time that I had to rely on God. It's just the first time I had, like, where I had to rely on God and move with no money, no plans, no anything, no job at that time, because I just ended that job, and I moved across the country, and I was like, because God told me to move, and I was like, God, this is what you, like, I wasn't expecting that. It was out of nowhere. I was like, God ain't telling me, but why am I, and then I was like, God, this is what you want, make a way. He made a way. It wasn't what I was expecting, but it was a way, and I was prepared to sleep on the floors and people's couches and things, and I can do that again. But only thing is, it's scary because I really don't know where I'm going to go, and I'm blind. Before I wasn't blind. It was, I was like, I can get a job. I can do. Now it's like I'm very limited in what I can do, and so it's extra scary, especially when you got that double whammy on you, and it's just like, and there's people that will. It's just, I don't even want to think about that. I really don't want to think about that, but. Anyways, I want to not only give you an update on what's going on with that, with moving, but also with me trying to hone in on my craft of writing. I've been wanting to update that. That's the thing I wanted to update, and then I was hit with I have to move, and that's when I updated you guys on that instead of what I got going on in writing a book and stuff. But let me go ahead. I'll get into the book stuff after this, so we go ahead and talk about my living situation right now and what I got going on with that, how much I've raised and all that stuff. And then on top of that, it's like everything's going downhill. The how I record my videos normally, usually, is with my phone, but where is my? It's acting up. It's not like voiceover is not working. Um, but it's on, but voiceover is not working. And so I can't really record with it anymore. I'm like, on top of that, that's they got the better mic because my microphones don't really work anymore. They started dipping things, so I need new microphones. But I was like, oh, it's okay because my phone had at least a decent. Sorry, my phone has at least a decent microphone. I can just run that through the YouTube Create app and get rid of the improve the audio in there, where it's like an automatic audio cleanup, which I really love. Thank goodness for that. But I I've tried. I'm recording my iPad right now, so we'll see how this works. It's not as great, and I don't even know what the video quality is like, but I don't do much anyway. So, anyways, let's get into what I got going on. So, still have to move by the end of February. Then I can go to my sister's for like 2 weeks. After that, I really have no plans. It's all up to God. For my donations, I think I made about $300, maybe 311 or something, a little over 300 so far. I appreciate everyone that has helped and sent whatever they can, $10, $11. You know, so far, I just need more help. If you guys can like share with those you think that may want to be able to help me, or share my channel, share my link, my GoFundMe link is going to be in the description and also in the comments. So go ahead and share that, or even buy me a coffee, Cash App, Venmo. I accept whatever from whatever way you prefer to donate. I don't really discriminate. I just need some help, really. That's all I need. Is I'm just a person that needs some help because it's really hard. Not only on me, but my mom is really struggling too. It's really hard on the both of us because, like I said in the previous videos, it's very sudden. We had no plans, but we are trusting. We're trying to trust and lean on God and have that faith be built up. And I do believe this is a testing time. This is a testing period. This is, I do believe it'll, help build my faith. So, like I've said previously, my faith isn't 100%. I've been learning and changing and things like that. I'm not gonna delude myself into thinking that I'm just 100% faith, trust, but my faith is much stronger than it was before I was blind, that's for certain. At least more of a true faith, not like a false thing where you don't even realize it. I'm not gonna talk about that either because I can get into God talk, but that's gonna be for another video. It's just, I know that I'm getting stronger in that, but it's still, it's very testing, it's very trying, and it's very hard, especially with, like I said, I didn't know I was going to end up in this situation ever in my life. If you asked me 10 years ago, or even like 10 years ago where I thought I was going to be, this is not, I wouldn't have said this at all. It's just not fun. But so I will be packing soon. I have sold my furniture in my bedroom furniture, which was, I didn't really have much anyways. I had 2 nightstands, my bed, which is a queen, and the bed frame, my desk, and a little cheap Amazon dresser thing that I got from someone some years ago when we first moved out here, when they helped like get it, whatever. But I never updated it to a real dresser like I wanted it to be because I started going blind. I couldn't really work, and so I never really got to decorate my room the way I wanted to get the stuff that I wanted. So but yeah, I sold my furniture, and I'm going to be packing soon. I'll record those, document that of how I'm packing up my room. We'll just get some boxes. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be, hopefully it's not going to be too hard. The last time I packed, I was blind, but I still had a little vision, and that was difficult enough. So, but I mean, it's not much. And then having to live out a suitcase again is not fun, no bueno. But, you gotta do what you gotta do. And I don't mind that part of like having to sleep with someone for as long as I'm safe in a place where I can be safe. That's just my main concern is my, safety. I don't want to be on the streets not knowing, not seeing, not hearing. Like that's just so scary. That's just so scary. But yeah, faith, right? God's gonna help me. and he'll lead the right people to me too that will want to help me to land on my feet. Like I said, the money's not just for emergencies right now, which I would really love to get enough for emergencies right now. Like if I can get half that, like the half the 10,000, which is I have my goal for GoFundMe is 10,000. If I can get half that for 5,000, just to help me get somewhere, although it'll probably be a little bit more. Yeah, I think 5,000 would be enough. Like to get somewhere and be safe, like for the time being, and for like a little, because I kind of I want to get in a place where I can get in there and be safe for a little bit. But if I can just get, and then the other part of that is also for, a couple of months of living in that place and then helping my mom and stuff, like helping us get something going, but also, investing in me, in my YouTube, and then also in my book writing. So let's go ahead and get into that updates on me writing my books. I'm slow and steady. When I set out to do this, to write my books, I didn't want to rush it. I thought I had time, and I still have time, I guess. Not just, it's just a lot of things have been going on, but if I had enough time to really just, like, learn it, because I don't want to rush it and put, BS out there, or do how, like, some people do, just use ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude or whatever to write a book for me, and then publish it. I don't want that. I want to be able to tell a story myself, know how to do that. And I have been listening to craft books. I have been listening to books in my genre that I want to write in. I've been listening to books outside of my genre that I want to write in, just to get different writing styles and ideas of what I like, to my personal preference of what to read, and then also what others like and how to tell the story. Like, and it's like when I was drawing, I would watch multiple, because I taught myself how to draw. I would watch multiple, and YouTube taught me how to draw. People on YouTube, I watch multiple drawing tutorials, and different people have different styles, and then you look at different, artwork and all that stuff, and then you take what you like from whatever, however you learned how to do it, and you create your own style. And that's how I was doing it, and I was developing my own style before I went blind. I like to watch, man, what are some of the artists I used to watch on YouTube? Drawing with Waffles. I think this one guy's named AJ. I draw AJ art. I Christina Loray. I really loved her. Her just so cute. It was so cute. There was another girl. She did so well. I don't know her name. I know it's a black artist. She didn't show her face. She just had her hand. Um, who else? I watched quite a bit of those, but I did have my few favorites and stuff. And so, but it's like that. So in my writing, I've been finding authors and things like that that I, kind of enjoy reading, and then genres I kind of enjoy reading, what I liked about it, taking note, the structure, how I wanted to not like sound like my voice, like how, like the voice, just really taking notes on it. And some craft books, the most popular ones that I've been listening to is Save the Cat by, can't remember his name, but he was a screenwriter. And then Save the Cat, write the novel by Jessica Brody. And then who else? Also, Romancing the Beat. I can't remember what the author's name for that one is, but it's very popular. And then there was a Seven Figure Fiction. I didn't really finish that one. If I am going to finish it, I don't know. But there's quite a few different ones. Wired for Story by Lisa Crone. I think that's her name. She has a few different ones that I've been listening to, actually, that I need to finish listening to. But then there's some authors. I've noticed a lot of books after 2020, 2022, after that, they sound like, I don't know if they're using AI and stuff, because AI got a kind of a way of writing, and it kind of repeats itself. So some of them, and some of them, it's interesting enough to keep going, but they just sound, and then a lot of books just sound the same in the way they write. And it's just, so I try to read books before 2018, um, to really, because they tend to be better. They tend to be better and sound more like a human wrote it, more natural, more distinct than all the other things. So I try to stay back and beyond, before this era now. I listen to YA, adult. Although adult, I want to read books with adult characters. It's kind of hard to find the books with adult characters in my genre where it's clean, or at least like low spiciness. Sorry, I am coughing a lot. Low spiciness because I'm not really a spice person, and I get a little like. And some of these books don't even have like a warning to let you know, like, hey, this is about to be super explicit with multiple scenes, and practically the whole book is actually going to be this. And I'm just like, oh, okay, well, okay, this is what's going on, okay. But so I tend to listen to YA, but I want to write adult characters and young adult characters. I want to do both. But since my age range is adult, I want to write about characters that I can kind of relate to and see their struggle and their triumph, and that's what I kind of want to give to others as well. Right now, I'm leaning towards romance, fantasy. Um, I never thought I'd write fantasy though. I listened to romance. I want to write more of a fantasy, but I can not fantasy romance, but I can do romance fantasy. I'm trying to see how to do that. Also, because one book, my book series, the the main character, she's an author and she writes fantasy. She's a blind author. She's a blind author and she writes fantasy, but she went blind later on in life, so she can write the novels and stuff like that. She knows how to write sensory details or what things look like and stuff like that because before she went blind, for a lot of her life, she was able to see, and not only was she able to see, she was an artist. A little bit of my own personal life, well, personal, not life, but personal experience, I guess. Like, my little background is in her, because that's the first one I read. So, like, and I want to put out there, like, someone that was disabled, someone that was blind, because I can relate to that. And I wanted her to not be a disability trope, but I wanted, to showcase that she can do it without getting like inspiration porn or anything like that, because she's just a real person too. She has her flaws. Just because she's blind doesn't mean she's not flawed. And then but I don't want to be like so, like she's just so need nobody, so independent. I mean, there are some blind people that don't need anybody. She's independent enough, but she's still got the struggles where she has to go through and learn things and still have to rely on people, because as how do I put this? Well, I don't know other blind people, so I can't speak for everyone. But I guess I imagine maybe because I'm still coming from the visual world. But for myself personally, especially if you're completely blind, you're gonna need other people's help. You might not need it all the time or constantly, but you're definitely going to need someone to help you with something. There's getting more technology and stuff too, but you're going to need help for a few things. You're not going to be completely independent where you need absolutely nobody's help. Um, which I think everybody needs somebody, but disability, blindness, you definitely gonna need someone to help you with seeing some things, because the world is a visual place and you're gonna need that. Or especially if you're a deafblind person, you're definitely gonna need some help. So that's where I'm at in the book writing thing. Now I've been outlining, writing ideas and things like that, still trying to put my thoughts together. It's just that part is a little difficult for me because there's different ways of structuring. They got the snowflake method. I'm trying to figure out the right way for me to be able to write it and write the book from A to Z. It's just, it's like, do I want to write it on my iPad? It'd probably feel more comfortable writing on my iPad. If I had like a Bluetooth keyboard or something, it'd probably be better, and I can just connect it to my iPad than my MacBook, because my MacBook is kind of big. It's 16 inches. I had got it when I was in school for animation. They sent that to me, and so that's what I got. And it's just kind of huge, and it's be on my lap. And I don't really have a desk. Well, I have a desk, but I didn't have a chair for it. It's in my closet, but I don't like sitting. Now that I got rid of it and stuff, I don't like sitting on the bed or sitting hunched over, and it hurts my back and stuff. Like, and it's so big. And then on top of that, I'm trying to still look. I have not touched my MacBook in about a month. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have not touched that in a month. I was learning how to do voiceover and stuff, and then it was just everything, trying to learn all the things was stressful, and I just started trying to use my iPad for at least writing down notes and ideas, and then when I'm ready to write it, I want to use my MacBook. But it's hard trying to, I gotta still figure out the right, like, cause it got the voiceover commands, it has the keyboard shortcuts, you're trying to figure out how to work them and to be able to navigate the document and edit and erase and put this in. I am a visual person, or I was a visual person. I was a visual person when I could see. And so I relied heavily on my vision more so than my ears because I was hard of hearing and I could see. And so I like to be able to, I was able to scan my documents, read in my head. Oh, this sounds good. Look at it, see if it looks good, see if it sounds good. Move it around, this, that, and the third. Now I gotta listen for it and remember what it said and go to where and try to. It's just a little. I have to learn how to do it a different way. Then I'm more naturally inclined to do it, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to learn. It's just hard right now, but it's going to get easier. Everything gets easier. I've, you know, just like when I was drawing, but I had more fun because I could see it and do it. I used to like writing too, but I could see it and do it. So, but I can get over this obstacle, of course. I mean, because I like learning things, kind of. I liked learning how to draw. I liked learning how to do my makeup. I did my makeup. I was cute. I out here popping with my makeup. Um, but it didn't start off that cute, you know. But as time went on and I was learning how to do it, people complimented me all the time on my makeup. But doing my brows was my favorite thing to do. Now they're just wilding because I can't see them. Sometimes I try to pluck them, but I didn't pluck them. As long as I can get this middle, because I have a natural unibrow, so it is what it is. Oh, I'll be a hairy mess in an apocalypse for real. Anyways, also learning a language now. I didn't completely learn. I was learning Korean and Japanese. I learned some, and I learned some Korean. I need to get back on that. I want to continue learning Korean, but I have not been learning Korean lately because I just got all these other things I've been trying to do, and it's just a lot trying to do everything. But all of those things, it seemed hard and daunting at first, but I got better over time, and I do believe I can learn anything that I want to learn. It just, you gotta be willing and to put in enough work. And what's that saying? You gotta be willing to be bad enough to get good enough. I think it's longer than that. I think there's like bad enough to get. Well, you guys know what I'm talking about. That, and I'm definitely willing to do. I'm not afraid to learn things or jump right into things. My issue is with finishing things, but I'm gonna finish this book. This series, I'm gonna put it out there. You guys are gonna help me. Hopefully, you're gonna root for me, um, to keep me going and motivated. When I say you guys are gonna help me, and hopefully, you guys will help me with donations too, because I still really need that. I am in desperate need of some help, of just all sorts of help. But so yeah, I think I'm gonna record soon on packing. I guess I'm gonna record that and me packing. I don't really have much to pack up. I mean, I got my room to pack up. That's it, and then maybe some of my things are in the bathroom. That's it. Um, and I think that's all I want to say. That's my update for now. I don't know how long this has gotten, but if you watched it to this far, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for helping me. Hopefully, you like, comment, and subscribe because that really helps me a great deal for YouTube to be able to push my things out there. If you haven't donated, please help me with donations. I accept $5, $10. It don't really matter. $100, $50, whatever you can spare, I will accept it. Like I only have $300 right now. I still got 3 weeks till the end of February, and then 2 weeks with my sister. After that, we're giving it up. Well, it's like we're giving it to the Lord, but it's always up to the God, right? It's always up to God. But um, but yeah, also just for the long run too, help my YouTube grow because that really helps me in the long run. So I don't have to be out here asking you guys for help in financial support. I mean, But you guys can help me with the voice record. Yeah, yeah, but I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let's go. Adios, adios, adios.